Mic check. 1 2 1 2. So today we got something special. This is actually from La Familia. This is Muddy Situation. This is by ODM Slim, my brother, and I think this is his people's too. I don't know none of the artists that's on this album, by the way. So shout outs to them. But I'm gonna use Gangland Neem slogan right now and say I don't know y'all. But shout outs to y'all. This album's solid. So actually, what I'm gonna do differently with this one is actually I'm about to go through it backwards. Um, so even before I do that, this song "Outside." This is a song I'd been hearing because ODM was actually premiering this to a lot of the people we be watching his videos. So when we do or when people play that song's gonna sound real familiar. Um, so I didn't know about I didn't know about this album until there was a specific video he did that I tuned into, and he announced this at the beginning, and I paused it and I looked this up and I found it, and then I put it in my bookmark, and I was like, okay, I'll review this later. But anyways, outside was I'm gonna say the first single. It probably wasn't the official first single. That's the first single I had been hearing. That's the first song that I had been noticing that he'd been playing through the videos, and that song just right off the top is solid. That's a song I think should be considered for radio. A lot of the songs that's on this album I think should be considered for radio, and that's one of the reasons I'm going through it backwards. So I'm gonna start off with the track "Met in L.A." Um, this is a solid track, and one thing I will say right off the bat for this whole album is that it's a consistent album. But Met in LA is uh it's the same vibe as or a similar vibe to a lot of the other songs that's on this album. Um but I Miss the Hood is my favorite track on this album. And the reason for that is because I Miss the Hood, the beat itself kind of fits in a specific vibe that's more in territory with a lot of the songs I listen to in general. So I put one of the songs that's on this album on the playlist that's in my bio. Um, I'm gonna take a couple more songs and throw them up in there too. But Hideout is a song that I think is real current, but I'm gonna get into that in a minute. So I Miss the Hood. I feel like this is a let's see, how do I say this? So I Miss the Hood is a track that I feel like is more universal. This is a track that I would present to people from other states in the country as, hey, this is our hip hop track. This is our track that's got bars. It's got a solid beat. It sounds like it was made with a drum machine. This is our hip hop track. That's what I will present. But at the same time, a lot of the other songs that's on this album are songs that if I were to present to other states within this country, it would be like, yo, this is our sound. This is the West Coast sound. And that's the reason why I wanted to single out I Miss the Hood, because I Miss the Hood is a sound that I feel is more familiar with the type of sounds that I listen to just on the regular. All the rest of the album, this is more our culture. This is more LA. I mean, that's really what it's supposed to be. And shout outs to ODM and his people for that. Um, so I Met in LA, or met in LA, I feel like is a more along the lines with a lot of the other songs on this album. But even before we get into all that, I'm gonna play I Miss the Hood first. Lord knows So I Miss the Hood, like I said, is my favorite track. Um, I feel like the drums on it are just a notch lower than the drums on the other tracks, though. I feel like this one's turned down just a little bit, but this is a really solid track. To keep my hands clean, but somehow, even though I know I gotta let it go, I miss the hood. Yup. I miss the hood. It's the go. I miss the hood. Yeah. 5.0. Yeah. And it's that.
Oh, how I miss it, let's bring the hood back. What's up with niggas claiming hoods that they ain't good at? And like a lumber, I'm wishing a nigga would jack. Keep a full clip for the movie, my life is action-packed. When you roll.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna play that whole track, but that's my favorite track. You can hear the beat. It's kind of like a West Coast boom bap beat. It really reminds me of year 2000, back when that movie The Wash dropped, back when Nocturnal used to be on the radio. It reminds me of like that era. So that was real reminiscent to me. That track bangs, so I really like that beat. Everybody I spits on it was spitting fire. Um, the only thing that I do want for that track is it just needs to, because the beat is dope. It just needs to be turned up just a little bit to match the sounds of a lot of these other songs that are on the album. So Med in LA, this is a really good song for them to end the album with. But this is more in tune with a lot of the other songs we're about to get into.
Met in LA, I couldn't travel yet. I was restricted from visits, I couldn't get a check. Until I met my little baby, she told me it's a bet. I let it drip for you, that thing slippery when it wet. Met in LA, yeah, hey. Met in LA, met in LA, yeah, hey. Met in LA, yeah.
All right. So yeah, that is a really good example of just LA hip hop, current LA hip hop, and that's the reason why I keep bringing that up, is because I feel like a lot of these songs could work for radio, and that's the most important thing that I gotta say about this project. A lot of these songs could work for radio, and it's really up to the radio personalities and DJs to really shed light or even just bat their eye towards this stuff, towards music that comes directly from the streets, from the culture, from the roots of our existence. Um, the sounds on this album are very different from a lot of the music that's put out in the country. It's got a specific sound and aura. I'm not gonna go too into detail, but where we are, where we are from, there's a lot of lingo. There's a lot of words within this album, within the lyrics, that are very specific to our region, and I feel like this album stands out for that reason. Now this album itself, it's 8 songs. It's only 20 minutes. It's not a super long. It's not a super deluxe rollout album. This is what I consider to be a tester, and I don't consider this a demo tape either, but this is a tester because all these artists are established. You can tell within their wordplay, their bars, how they spit. They've all been doing this for a while, but it's more of the programming of everybody being collaborated together, and sometimes with that it takes time to really cook a project. Now, that's the reason why I consider this a tester. They got in the studio, they got together, put a couple songs out, and all these songs are solid. It's something I can bump for the rest of the year. But over time, they'll be able to look back at this and be like, oh, okay, this worked, this didn't. We just got to adjust this. And then over time, they'll be able to put out a way bigger project for people to hear. And even within that, more people will probably be able to collaborate, because people within this hip hop media are supposed to be doing what I'm doing right now, which is letting everybody know. So in that way, a lot of the other artists that I've done album reviews for might probably hear this and hear a track, or maybe hear a beat and be like, oh snap, I know this person, I need to link in with them. And then next thing you know, over time, you hear within the future music what's changed and what hasn't. I pointed a lot of this out with the other album review that I'm about to release later today, but that song's solid. We all know what Met in LA is about based off that hook that I played, and I'm not trying to play the whole song. Not on me. This is another song that I think is solid.
I swear on this road to the top it gets so lonely. Yeah, like I can't even trust my homies. I'm just trying to make the ones proud who came before me. Yeah, a real nigga, you can't clone me. I've been through it all, so ain't the thing that you can show me. Yeah, that's why I'm riding on my lonely. I'm really from my section, you can ask them and they know me. Yeah, this shit is in me, yeah, they know me. I'm highly home, but I was reppin', I won't never change. I never had to go to court, never had to say a name. Even when I took them L's, shit, I still played the game. Even after them niggas switched on me, shit, I still stayed the same. I used to dream of having a match where all my friends can hang. Till I disconnected with my friends, and it's on my kin the same.
All right. So I'm not gonna play the whole track, but that beat, it's got a nice drum pattern, it's got nice hi hats, but at the same time too, the instruments that were selected to be the vibe in the background, I'm really feeling that. Another thing I like about this album too is I listen to music and I consider it either daytime or nighttime music. Sometimes if it's real mysterious, I'll put it in a different category, but lots of times I consider it that. I like and I make a lot of nighttime music or what I would consider nighttime music. This album, I consider a lot of it to be nighttime music. But that vibe, I really like that. That's like some shit I would have playing at nighttime when I'm doing research or I don't know, cooking, I guess, doing laundry, stuff like that. Whatever I do at nighttime. After the sun is down, this is like an album that I will put on. But I really like that track, Not On Me. Now, Hide Out, as you can see, as a green check. This is a song that I put in the Los Devilis playlist. This song has a couple artists featured on it, but this song hits. This is a banger. I give this a 5 star. I hear a familiar voice on it. I gotta check with ODM and see who was on this track, but this one I really like that. That track is a banger. Ride the Wave has a really nice beat. I really like the beat. The track itself is real dope. It's a solid track. It's a track I'm not gonna play because I'm actually about to play a different one. But this is a real dope track. The track, the vibe of the beat is real interesting. It's along the lines of the type of beats I just like to listen to. But also another example of what I consider to be nighttime music. And while I'm on it too, I really like this album cover. Um, I I don't talk to ODM that much about this type of stuff, but I might have to ask him some stuff. But I really like this album cover. This is solid. This is dope as hell. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to him about these images because I really like this, and I'm also curious about one specific aspect of how this came about. Um, but yeah, Ride the Wave. That's a real dope track. That track works. Outside though, like I said,
Outside,
this is like the main.
outside,
This is like the main track. This is like the main single. That's the way I look at it.
outside, outside. What's niggas saying they playing checking for me? I'm really outside. What's niggas saying they playing checking for me? I'm really outside. Outside, oh. Niggas ain't really outside. Outside, outside, outside. Fuck around and you get shirt on this corner. What I thought they was fiending when my niggas got a bone. So out the mud, go against you, a corner. Diving in head first, I'm a shark in the wall. So they ain't let me in the door, so I'm in through the window.
And here's the thing. Um, I really like this song. This is actually one of the main reasons why I'm reviewing this album. Because when I heard this song on the ODM stream, I was like, "Yo, this track right here, this is fire." This really reminds me of All Money in they prime when everybody was doing their shit. Like this is that sound that I envision for right now, back when they was doing their thing. I feel like this is the most current example of LA sound right now. Like this is, and on top of that too, like this is a hit. This is what I consider a hit. This is a song that radio should be playing if they not already. I might be tripping. Maybe they are. Maybe I'm just unaware because lots of times that's what happens. But if I was a radio DJ and I heard this just right off the bat, that like I would Shazam this. Let's say I'm out and I hear this track. I would Shazam this. I would go home, add this to the playlist like I did. This is Wait, no, I didn't. I'm tripping. How did I not put this on the playlist? So, I would add this to the playlist and then take note, and then this would end up in my mix the next time I'm mixing at a club or whatever, mixing on radio. But this is the song. This is the soundtrack of LA right now. This song right here.
Snow, bring the pints, I'm tryna see what they here for. Don't ask me how I snuck inside this bitch with a blick on me. Ain't hearing it cause I did more than you big on me. This bitch ain't wanna talk no money in exchange to me. Niggas wanna do a song that's strange to me. Holding on it but don't told it that's strange to me. I got gang with me, I got who saying that I ain't outside.
And another thing that makes this song real dope too is I would have rapped way different than that. But that just goes to show how fly that shit is. Like that's really what makes a song a song. Cause the way I would have rapped on it would have not made it a hit. Like I'm saying, like I would have fucked this song up in a way to where it's like, nah, like this is dope how he spit, but it's not a song that could get played in the places that I think this song should be getting played. So, like I was saying, this is the current what I envision as the LA sound, but because the way this song is, I could also see this song. This is a song that I can imagine I go out of town, go to Palm Springs, go to Vegas, go to Miami or some shit, and end up hearing this song and be surprised by it. This is the type of song that would have reach all across the country somewhere else because a lot of people are invested in, I guess you could say, LA politics. When I say LA politics, I don't mean street politics. I mean like TMZ type shit and all that. Lots of times when you go to parties in Beverly Hills, you'll hear stuff like this, and you'll be surprised as hell that this reach from the neighborhoods where this type of music comes from all the way to this party that I'm at, sipping champagne with these Orange County type people. This song has reach, is what I'm trying to say. Hot Take, also a dope song, but this Nike Tech is what I'm ending this with. This Nike Tech, this track right here, this shit is dope. This shit is dope. I'm really glad that they started this album off with this track. Because originally, for some reason, I thought in my head that they would start this album off with Outside, but up until Outside drops, these first two songs are dope and they carry it. And by the time it gets to Outside, it's uh, it's like a it's like a snowball racing down a mountain. Like something's being built. It's got motion. It's like a specific aura that's got built. It's got motion. It's just rolling down the mountain up until it gets to Outside. And then from there, it's like, oh, okay, now they're giving us different sounds. But this Nike Tech though, this is where it's at.
Been in corners on these hoes, and show them some. You don't see a button on my body, ain't pressed for nothing. If I gave you game, nigga, you owe me some. Trying to turn a little to a lot, end up with something. Fuck you thought, I'm a bag of chips and all that. Fats gon' kick it off first, nigga, we know that. Fatso ain't never got what? Nigga, we heard that. Hey, yo, Fatso, get that boy his ball back. Nike Tech with the black Air Forces again. Don't let a nigga catch you walking with all of your friends. Hey, like that nigga came back like he left something. Come and do some yoga with a crib where I stretch from. All these niggas do is pop.
Yeah, that track right there, that's another one that I feel should be played on radio. This is the type of track that I will bump in my whip. Um, this is also the type of track that people would be definitely getting down to at the party. Got a little bit of rum poured and all that. But definitely take this into consideration. This is a solid album. People might probably see the score and think that it's a low score, which it's not. Um, this album is very consistent, and all it needs to get bumped up is just a couple more tracks. Like if this had two more tracks, this would definitely get the next ranking up. But I really like this album, and I'm really excited for whatever comes out in the future because I like this aura of the album cover. I like the songs. I like how they all sound. I Miss the Hood. That's my favorite track. I just need the beat turned up just a notch volume wise. But either way though, if this album ever gets a deluxe or something with just a couple more tracks, I'm definitely ranking this up. I'm going back to my score and ranking this up one. But shout outs to ODM and his people. I'm gonna tap in real soon. I like this. I like the vision of it too. I like how Outside and Nike Tech I feel are like the songs of the section, I guess you could say. So shout outs to ODM. Peace out, y'all. Shout outs to Out the Mud Entertainment. They over there working hard. I'm really hoping that they studio turns into the next TDE. Shit, I'll even throw in a verse. Fuck it. All right, peace out, y'all.